And welcome back to 843 TV. We are talking with our area athletic directors and getting a little sneak peek on this spring outlook. And joining us now is Erik Mathisen from Hilton Head Prep. And Erik, good to have you. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, Lisa. Appreciate it.
Well, we're talking a little bit about some exciting news that is coming up here, and we're going to let you announce. But you're currently at Prep and been assisting with the baseball team for the last few years, but you've got a new role coming up, and congratulations, you'll be athletic director, and that's got to be exciting.
Correct. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words.
You're filling some big shoes. Rich Baserico has been there for 40 years, so he's a long time, a staple of the community here. So just let a chance for you to share some of your thoughts.
Sure. Well, first of all, I want to thank the Prep community and administration just for giving me an opportunity to step in as the athletic director, but also take some time just to thank Coach Baserico. He's obviously an institution at Hilton Head Prep. His experience and knowledge level and everything that he's done for the community is just, you can't thank him enough. And he stands for everything that's good about Hilton Head Prep and the community. And I know how much he's respected, and will be sad to see him go, but I have a feeling that he'll have some roots that continue to be around, and he'll come, and obviously with the basketball program and things like that, I'm sure it'll be tough to keep him out and
Absolutely.
not let him in. But I want to certainly follow in a lot of what Rich, a lot of his footsteps, the things that he stands for in terms of his character and integrity and his communication, the relationships that he's built throughout the community, things like that. I think he's mentoring me currently in those things. And I know he'll be there for me as I continue to develop as an athletic director, and just continue a lot of those traditions and great things that he's done over the many years that he's been part of Prep.
As you look ahead to this great opportunity, what are some things that are going to be key importance to you as far as developing student athletes and your coaching staff?
Sure. I think there's an opportunity just with, we're dealing with COVID right now, and it's kind of given everybody an opportunity to maybe look into different technologies of how we communicate. I know we've had to do it in the classroom. The student athletes are starting to get a little more into that. Our coaches are starting to realize what the potential is for doing things remotely and working with things like the media and how we train, things like that. If there's anything that we can streamline, like I said, this is a great opportunity to kind of make big jumps in that department. So also just as I develop relationships with our coaches, which I am starting to do now and then hopefully continue to do, just having that continuity, building programs that are from the top down, where we're using the same language, speaking the same verbiage, and those kind of things too.
And I'm sure you'll agree it's important for you to have students leave Prep not just as better athletes, but as better people of character and that kind of thing.
Absolutely. Too. I think that's paramount. The student athlete comes first. And having them leave as better people, like you said, is what's most important.
So let's take a little look around the sports fields that we might see at Prep coming up. They're starting now, I guess, right? So it's practices. So let's have you share a little bit about those different athletic.
Absolutely. Sure. Thanks. Maybe I'll leave baseball to the end since that's what I'm most familiar with. So we are returning a lot of promise at Hilton Head Prep. We have moved up in our region to 3A, so that's a big change for us. Last year, not that we had a spring season, we were pretty optimistic across the board about our chances of making some pretty deep state tournament runs in soccer and baseball and tennis and golf. So this year we're able to return a lot of that promise, but now we're kind of looking towards a different style of competition. So trying to balance what those schedules look like and make sure that our athletes and coaches are ready to compete as we get closer to the state tournament time is important. But coaching staff's back. We're returning a lot of our top talent from each sport. So that's exciting going forward. So Coach Risa McMullen with girls soccer has some high expectations for her team. And Coach Clint Van Aeswagen with tennis, same thing. He's got a large crew this year, so he's looking forward to some competition as well.
What about spring football? That's also on the plate too, right?
It is. So Coach Adams, I know, is kind of getting geared up for that. I know that as he looks forward to they're having some turnover with that group as well. So getting some of the younger players, we were pretty young this year, But getting them ready with their workouts and off-season stuff, I know he's in the planning process of doing all that stuff as well.
Are there any immediate challenges that you see as you look to navigate spring, still kind of lingering with COVID and things like that? Are there any things that you're trying to navigate through?
Sure. I think coming off of the winter season and how much rescheduling we needed to do with COVID quarantines, the spring offers another challenge along with that, with weather delays and reschedules that you're going to have to deal with. So making sure that our players are all safe and staying distanced and being around the right people and monitoring their health is going to be super important. If we have a 2-week period where we're off, that could kind of upset the apple cart in terms of our whole season. So we'll definitely be monitoring that and making sure that we're as safe as we can be.
And of course, goes with that, keeping them encouraged through all of those challenges that they might endure too. So
absolutely. I think our players have done an excellent job of preparing themselves across each sport for this upcoming season. So now they've had a couple seasons to kind of get used to that. A lot of our athletes are multiple sport athletes, so they're pretty used to it. And I think that they are valuing this spring season because last year they didn't get to have it. So the motivation to make sure that they are ready and careful and all that, I think that's top of mind for our athletes and coaches as well.
Absolutely. It's going to be great stuff to watch. And so again, congratulations on the new opportunity that you have there to lead and develop the athletic department at Prep. And so we're glad you came down to share with us about that. And we hope that you all will get out there and support your community of athletics in Beaufort County, public schools and private schools. And so we thank you for watching episode of 843 TV, where communities come to speak.